Hello, how is everyone doing? It is Wednesday, December the 13th. It is 3:50 p.m. Central Standard Time. How are you guys doing this afternoon? Thanks for tuning in to this impromptu live broadcast. You guys, we went live this morning, and I said, you know what? I got to go live in the afternoon. I've been promising to go live, and I have yet to go live. Let me place this back on here. My the mic system has been messing up, so I don't know what the problem was. I actually restarted the computer, and hopefully everything will be okay. You guys, let's turn this down a little bit. How's everybody doing? You guys, listen, if this is the first time you're tuning in to Kimmies World, I want to formally thank you for being here. Thank you for tuning in. If you're a regular broadcaster and you tune in all the time, I want to tell you thank you for tuning in. If you're watching this on the replay, thank you for watching this broadcast at your leisure. You guys, we got some things we need to talk about today. And it's actually about Tamar Braxton. Many of you all know that she broke up with her ex-boyfriend previously, and there was a lot of things surrounding Tamar Braxton and her ex. Remember early fall, Tamar Braxton actually vehicle got broken into, and she felt like she was all alone when this happened. And she alluded to the fact maybe her ex had something to do with it. But honey, let's talk about the tea. So supposedly, Tamar's ex-boyfriend, who is now her boyfriend now, J.R. Robinson, was actually messing around with reality TV star Tommy Lee. Tommy Lee said several pretty bad things about the whole situation, and the reason why Tamar broke up with J.R. Robinson alluded to the fact that it had everything to do with Tommy Lee. Well, here's the tea behind that. Tamar Braxton and her ex are back together. Well, really ex-fiance, because they were engaged to be married. Hold on, let's see who's in here. We got 4 people watching. I'm not for sure who's watching, but we're going to continue to talk about Tamar Braxton. Tamar has had a long history of dysfunctional relationships. We all know from her ex-husband, Vincent Herbert. We remember that, right? And her latest love, J.R. Robinson, which is also another tumultuous relationship, breaking up briefly and then they're reuniting. But for some reason, her ex has humiliated her with exposed details of reality TV star Tommy Lee. Now, fans were apprehensive when it was announced the singer turned reality star was the leading lady on Peacock, attempt at dating reality series Queen's Court. The reality series aired this past spring and starred Tamar alongside fellow reality star Evelyn Lozada. I did not know that. Oh, Tamar was doing it. Oh my goodness, not with Evelyn. Oh my good. And R&B singer Nivea. Tamar's loyal Tamartians, y'all know who y'all are, were happy their heroine was being granted an opportunity to find love, but realizing the starlet has prosperity for drama. Y'all know that. It was anyone's guess how the series would go. Tamar was as loud and lively as ever. But by the final episode, she claimed to have fallen in love with the successful attorney, Jeremy Robinson. So this is leading up to, because I always wonder, how did they get together? And this is actually how they got together. Also known as JR. Now, JR got a list of baby mamas of his own, honey. I did some research on that, JR. JR cut a striking figure on the show and convinced Tamar her fame and her famous family and her fans of his intentions to be the starlet's answer to a history of dysfunctional relationships, including a long-term relationship with entrepreneur David Adifiso. Child, I can't pronounce that ended in shambles. Tamar, Lord. Her marriage to former manager Vince Herbert also ended in dysfunction. We know that. Everyone experiences breakups, child, we all do, and even divorce. But few are as dramatically outspoken or irresponsibly emotional charged as Tamar. And though she's only been with JR for a short time, the drama is ever present and at an all-time high. Hold on, y'all. I want to know about what happened with Tommy Lee. Now, y'all, have y'all heard what's been going on with this? Baby, basically, Tamar was in concert and she was basically saying that she got her man back. Despite what everybody has been hearing, the rumors with Tommy Lee, Tamar got her man back. So Tommy Lee responded, child, and she basically put all the dirty laundry out. Now, do I believe it? I don't know. But she's making some strong allegations against JR, and she's saying that JR did some adult things in the bedroom to her from the first time that they actually met. I'm talking about Tommy Lee now. That he did some adult things to her, and now she's sending him back on to her. But with them being two black women, they shouldn't be pitted against each other. So Tamar was like, they need to, you need to be looking at your man because your man has pitted us against each other and you back with him. Okay. So listen, child, that's a whole situation, a whole conversation in itself. Wow. So anyway, I'm not going to say prayers to Tamar Braxton. I'm not going to say that. You know why I'm not going to say that? Because Queen need to get together. She should not be back with JR. That's none of my business. But baby, I'm reporting on it. It's the tea. And I'm going to give my opinion. My opinion is I don't think she should be with him. I don't. Because if he's going to go out with someone in the likeness of Tommy Lee, and he has relationships with her, like intimate relations with her from just the very first date, then baby, something's really going on. I don't know if he is acting as an if he's been an opportunist. Maybe that's what it is. He's been an opportunist. I don't know, but I know he got a long list of baby mamas. He's a Caucasian man and his baby mamas are black. So I don't know. Listen, something ain't coming out clean in the wash. That's all I know. Anyway, what is going on in your neck of the woods right now? Listen, right here in Mississippi, y'all, it is warm outside. It was cold this morning. It is warm, y'all. Let's see what the temperature is where I am. And then you let me know where you are, what the temperature is in your neck of the woods. Y'all, it is 57 degrees, mostly cloudy with a high of 60 and a low of 32. Isn't that a drop? That's a big drop. Anyway, let's see what's in other news. Now, if you all been following my shorts, for those of you all who've been watching the shorts in the videos that's been coming out, I actually talked about Kenya Moore today. Kenya Moore is finally divorced. Let's give a hand clap out for Kenya Moore. Y'all clap for Kenya Moore. She is finally divorced. Check this out. Kenya Moore finalizes world longest divorce from Mark Daly. And she's excited for the next chapter. As am I. I'm very excited for Kenya Moore. She's a very beautiful Black woman. And I wish her all the love and success. And she has that amazing little girl, Brooklyn. So let's send out well wishes for Kenya Moore right now. You know, maybe y'all can go to her Instagram page or maybe one of her social media pages and wish her well wishes. All right. Listen, I thought the afternoon crew was gonna come in tight and strong. What is going on? Listen, while we're talking about news, celebrity news, let's talk about the Charleston White. So Charleston White performed at a comedy show this past weekend, and he was actually in somewhere outside of Dallas, Texas. And I was watching an interview that he did with Say Cheese interview, and he was actually speaking about these two gentlemen actually rushed the stage and tackled Charleston White. Y'all, Charleston White thought it was so funny. They did an absolutely big football tackle on him. And y'all know he's a little bitty man with a big old mouth. You know, Charleston White got a lot to say. But he said, you know, the only thing he was concentrating on was that bag, what's them dollars. Child, y'all know Charleston White only got one eye. So he said during the tussle, he said that one eye was on that money. He was trying to make sure he got that money. He said he learned years ago how to focus with that one eye. Y'all, I thought that was so funny. I was like, what? So anyway, from the videos that have been circulating around about Charleston White and this whole, you know, fiasco that happened on stage during his comedy concert. Well, the men that actually came onto the stage were actually trying to protect Charleston White and to stop the scuffle. But the other two gentlemen that had the jerseys on, they weren't even supposed to be there. Matter of fact, they weren't even from that town. But what Charleston was saying was, because Say Cheese asked him, he was like, do you regret the incident happened? And pretty much Charleston White said, no, I don't regret that the incident happened. He said, I'm glad it happened. I want to let those guys know they did a good job by tackling me, because look at my look at what has happened in the media. It has blown completely up. Everybody is talking about what's going on with Charleston White. Everybody want interviews, and he talked about, if you want an interview, like if you had an interview with Charleston White, you might as well double what you used to pay now. So of course, Say Cheese always give out great interviews. If you all watch DJ, is it DJ DJ Vlad, whatever his name is. Say Cheese is the black version of DJ Vladimir, whatever his name is. He's the black version, Say Cheese is, and he does very good interviews. So anytime you see a great interview, you can, pretty much Charleston White is doing an interview with them. Charleston White also spoke about actually going over with Aiden Ross. Y'all know Aiden Ross is on, I can't think of the app that he's on, but Aiden Ross makes a lot of money. He lives out there in Las Vegas, and they are really, really big on that gaming site. So anyway, Charleston White is supposed to link up with Aiden Ross. And one of the comments that Charleston White made today, he said, now, mind you, y'all know Charleston White has been in the news talking about Deion Sanders, right? And he talked about how he pretty much couldn't really understand why Deion Sanders left Jackson State and went to Colorado. Shoot, we talked about it right here on the show. But Charleston White finally said, and I was shocked when he said that. I'm like, what? He said he can understand why Deion Sanders went over to Colorado. He said, because I'm over here trying to be for my people, and I'm getting jumped. But if I go over there to the other side, meaning the white side, he said, I'll get paid more money and I ain't got to worry about being jumped. So he said he can side with Deion Sanders and he can understand. I was like, what? Did he actually say that? Like, whoa. Anyway, how you doing, Davita? Davita's always in the building. Thanks for tuning in, Queen. This is an impromptu. I also I dropped some content early part of this today, and I broke the morning show up into segments. I'm gonna see how that goes because for some reason we're not getting a lot of views in the morning. And I might have to go live again this afternoon to figure out what is the exact time I need to go live. Hey, because you know what? It's an art to this. So, I just want to see what's going on. Let's look what's going on in Facebook. Let's see who's tuning in from Facebook. I want to thank Facebook for always tuning in, always commenting, sharing the broadcast. It means a lot to me. Hold on, let me turn this volume down. Hold on. Woo. Okay, I see Annette has tuned in. How you doing, Annette? I see you tuning in. I hope everything is going great with you. I know you've been having some health problems, and my prayers are with you, Queen. And for anyone else that is tuning in, hey girl, hey. So anyway, of course, my mom or sister are not going to be in right now. I think my mom and dad are actually visiting the sick right now. And this is also to go to you all who are watching. If you know people in your community, or if you go to church and you know people are sick, don't leave it up to the minister to always go visit the sick. That's your duty too. You need to go visit the sick. I'm gonna tell you a story. I remember in 2010. Was it 2010? Hold on, y'all. I remember in 2010, I was actually running on the track. And my knee dislocated, and my tibia was dislocated on top of my femur, right? So I was rushed to the hospital through an ambulance, and I was in the hospital for about 3 days, and my leg began to set up compartment syndrome. I think that's what you call it. While I was at this hospital, they never elevated my leg or anything. I was just laying flat in the bed. So the doctor comes in the room and he's like, well, there's nothing we can do. All the ligaments that were attached to my leg were no longer attached. It was like dislocated. Although when I was in the emergency room, they did pop it back in place, but still the damage had been done. So I'm laying there on the bed, right? Doctor comes in and he takes my mom to the side. And he tells my mom, he's like, well, we're going to have to amputate her leg. Oh my God, this cat. Oh, you about to go. So they tell my mom they're going to have to amputate my leg. And my mom like, oh no. Like, can we get a second opinion? And pretty much he was like, pretty much no. You know, we was at this little small country hospital. And so my mom went through the process of trying to get me discharged from the hospital. Well, at the time, the hospital did not want to discharge me. Make the long story short, my mom got them to give me the medical records, got them to go ahead and sit down, Caiden. Go ahead and sit down. I'll be with you in a minute. And she took me out of the hospital and drove me to another hospital. I get to the other hospital and the doctor like, hey, we got to do surgery. Like, we're going to do surgery tomorrow. So they did surgery or whatever. And I had 2 knee surgeries, right? Went through physical therapy. I say that to say this. When I got out of that hospital, I was so happy, 1, to be alive, 2, to have my legs. Both of them. I was happy. And so the first thing I wanted to do, I was like, I don't care. I'm going to church. And I was like, no, you probably need to stay at home. Because at this point, I'm on crutches, right? I couldn't even walk. And I'm like, I got to go to church. And I want to go visit the sick, too. I got to go visit the sick. And it's like, you know, somebody is always in a worse situation than what you are in. I was in a pretty bad situation. But I began to sympathize with other people because for a month I was laying on my back in the bed and all I could see is four walls and all I wanted to do is get out. And I started to empathize with those people that were sick or sick. And all they do is see four walls. They don't see people come in and out. So when you go visit someone that is sick, even if you are sick, go anyway, because someone is always worse off than you are. And guess what? With your kind words to them, you don't even have to say anything. You can just go sit with somebody. And that will make a world of a difference. Excuse me. Or when you go visit them, you can turn on some gospel music or turn on some soft music and just sit there in the room with them. And that makes them feel so much better. Trust me, I've been there. And there are many of you out there who have been through some of the same situations, maybe not identical, but each and every one of us have had our sicknesses, illnesses. Some of us are still battling these things. And we just want either a listening ear, someone you can just hug, someone you can talk to, cry with. You need that person. And guess what? Who's to say that you're not that person to be for someone else? So that's my little spiel for today, Caiden. Miss DeVita said hello. She said, hi, Caiden. He said, hi, listen, he going to school tomorrow. He got to get out of here. He got to go. He hasn't had any diarrhea. Lord, that is a ladybug. Y'all, listen, if you know anything about me, I don't like bugs. I guess it's the ladybug. Y'all know them little bugs this time of year, they look like oh, I wish I had a fly swat. It landed on my light over here, child. I want to just knock him down, but I know if I do, my light gonna fall down. And if that thing come over here, y'all gonna see me show out. I'm about to show clean. It's right. Oh, I can't see this thing. Anyway, listen, I can't stand to be scared. Y'all remember when I was just talking, I said, oh, that cat had jumped in my lap. I'm trying to tell you that cat is on his last leg, her last leg out of here. She don't do nothing but lay on these cat stands, eat and poop. And all I do, they stink bugs. Is that what oh, child, I gotta get out of here. Caiden, can you kill this thing? He said, no, he don't want to kill it. Shoot, he's scared too. Let me scoot over. Oh, I don't know. I might have to end this broadcast. Cause that thing, oh, honey. If that thing get over here on me, we gonna have a time on this live. We gonna have a time, Lord Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Oh my God. Y'all, I can't listen. I got ADHD if y'all didn't know that. I'm about to pop this little thing. Oh, hold on, y'all. Let me get this thing. Oh, Jesus. I'm scared if I hit it, it'll swing back over here. Oh, it looked like a tick. That's what it looked like, y'all. Oh, Jesus. And the cat won't do her job. She need to be jumping up there getting him. No, she don't. All she do is lay around on these cat trees. She about to work my nerves. I'm sick of her. Anyway. She said, wait a minute. She said, I saw your short on a search. Yeah. So, oh, Jesus, I can't stand this bug. Ooh. So, I don't really want to go into too many details about the content creator, because child, she will strike my channel. But what I do want to say is we as parents have to protect our children, and we have to be mindful of how we portray them on social media. We can't be recording them in compromising positions. You know, if they get out of the tub, no, you don't record them. If they're having a fit, you don't record them. And this is for children that don't have any disabilities. You don't want to do that to the child that doesn't have disabilities, let alone do it to a child that has a disability. If my niece came over here and she was actually having a fit, because my niece is autistic, and sometimes if you don't get that cat off my printer, get stuff down, get swat her down. I don't want her on my printer. Sorry. But my niece is autistic, and sometimes she may have a fit here and there. I'll be doggone if I sit there and click record my niece and laughing in the background as she's having a fit. I would not, and that's not even my child, that's my niece. I would not do that. It's number one, it's not funny. And I don't want to exploit her in that manner. Although it probably would bring a pretty big bag, a pretty big hefty bag, because you're going to have people watching a video like me or like you who are negatively influenced by it, right? And for those, and then you have other people who think it's funny, right? So you have two groups of people watching this video, and it's going to get a lot of traction or whatever. But all money ain't good money, because we got to be careful. Like, we got to protect our children, man. Like, if you, oh my God. Y'all, if I could turn this thing, y'all could see this. I'm telling you, she get her down. She got to stop acting like that. Or we have to protect our children. She said, well, she's very careful, because I would consider, if I did that to my niece, that's abuse on my end for doing that to a child that has disabilities. Shame on me. Shame on me if I did something like that. She said MS said she has been banned. So I'm real with you. A certain content creator went live on their on a certain platform, and I was clicking report because they was cussing on there. And on certain, see, you can cuss on YouTube. You may be able to cuss on Facebook, but on TikTok, they got community guidelines and they are super strict, and you cannot do that. Report. I was reporting like a big dog, for real. And I don't know. I know they're banned on one end, but they were on someone else's page, and I was reporting over there. And I don't know, children to me are very, very near and dear. I don't like any child to be abused, taken advantage of, neglected. I can't stand that. And I don't care if it's my family. Hold on, y'all. This bug gotta go. Oh, Jesus. Where'd he go? Where'd he go, Caidens? Where'd he go? You see him? I knocked him off. He over there on the floor. Go get it. Kill it. It's over there. Walk around. Don't go under the desk. Walk around. To get rid of that bug. I'm sorry. But I don't care if it's my family. If I know that a child is being, because at the end of the day, well, children are innocent. They don't ask to be here. Children do not ask to be here, and it's our responsibility to protect them and make sure they are brought up in a love and we're not here to laugh and ridicule at a child when they can't help it. she said that's what she probably talking about Messy. Messy said, but she said you have to know how to report. Child, I was reporting. I sure was reporting. And actually, I was on there when she was saying that. I think she said it yesterday. And I was on, and so when she said how to do it, I went on there and did it. Of course, you know I did. So that got under my skin. That got under my skin, and then it got under my skin to see a content creator begging for money and seeing these single black women on there giving a last or giving money to this certain YouTuber while they were in the casino, child. She was in the casino getting them coins. That irritated me because it's like you taking advantage of people, hardworking people. Now, if somebody's going to give to you, I know people give with the goodness of their heart or whatever, but don't go out there be gambling and then you get on here and you selling these classes that the content is not even updated. The content ain't even updated to this year's. They posting old stuff from last year. That irritates me because I am a content creator and I work hard for my content as well as everybody else who do the same thing that I do. All of us are in different lanes and we work hard. And I be doggone, people be on this particular platform that God has blessed you with and you misuse it. I have a problem with that. I have a serious problem with that. I really do. And I promise you, if I didn't care about my platform, I would dedicate my platform solely to taking her down. And I said it. I would. And I would be the one to do it. But you know what? I got a whole nother reason to be on this social media platform. I'm looking out for me and my family. And I ain't got time. I ain't got time to go after them. I believe when the time is right, I believe in the spirit of reciprocity. Reciprocity. You will reap what you sow. Whether it's good or whether it's bad, whatever you throw out there, baby, it's going to come back tenfold. And I believe that. So I'm just going to leave it in God's hands. God's going to take care of it. You mark my word. He's going to take care of it. And so I can't focus all my energy on that because seeing her is a trigger for me. I even thought about making a timeline of the erratic behavior. And so if there's a content creator out there that would like tips, I suggest you start making a timeline of how this creator moves, what they do, and how long it takes them to do whatever they do, because it's nothing but a cycle. It's going to come right back on around again. And once you nip them in the bud and you have this timeline of what they're doing, say, okay, they're going to talk about this person. Okay, they're going to pit this person against this person after they do this. And it's just a timeline. And you do that and let it happen about 2 or 3 times and then put it out on social media. You will bust a bubble. Because you'll be like, oh, and then everybody will be able to see, oh, she sure did do that. And she did that. And she did that. And she did that. But I ain't got time, y'all. I ain't got time to be doing all that. I'm just throwing it out there for those of you all who may want to do something like that. There you go. But anyway, let me not talk about this subject because I can feel myself getting upset. My face is getting hot right now. I'm telling you, I will go on a whole nother tangent and I ain't trying to go there because this person puts me in that spot when I know that people are being misled and misguided. I don't like that. I don't like people being taken advantage of because I am that person. I'm the savior. I'm that person that wants to protect. Cover your mouth, fool. Y'all listen. Caden going to school tomorrow. You want to talk to everybody? Listen, he's had on pajamas all week. They just different pajamas. Trust me, they ain't the same ones. They different pajamas. Tell everybody hello. Say hello, everybody.
Hi,
What's that?
Hi, everybody.
You were sleeping, huh? You just woke up. Say hello, everybody. Talk to him. Say, I'm going to school tomorrow.
I'm going to school.
Huh? You what?
I'm going to school.
Feel better, don't you? Say, I feel better.
I feel
Good. I'm glad you feel better. That was a terrible stomach virus or whatever that was you had. All right. Let's see. So what do y'all think about the whole situation behind she's clapping. What do you think about that situation with this I'm trying to say things without saying them. What do you think about the situation about what we were just talking about and about that short that I actually made? Because I was kind of heated about it, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I was real heated. I did not like that. I don't like it. It bothers me. But I think the way you take a person down, if you're really trying to take them down and try to remove them from the internet, is not when they go low, you go lower. When they go low, you get smart. That's what I say. That's the only way you will be effective. And you got to move in silence. And if you have a platform and so this is for people that really want to do something. Because I tried to organize something and nobody wanted to do anything. But if you really want to do something, here's my advice to you. If you have a platform, you have all your subscribers. Very funny. You have all your subscribers, especially if you have a fairly large platform. Mine is still growing. I'm still getting my tribe together. We're coming along, but some people already have their tribe and they will move like an army, honey. You get them together, and when that certain so-and-so or whomever it is go live, everybody flock on over there. And when they do, because it's going to take more than one person to get something done. Do you hear what I'm saying? It's going to take more than one person. And when you see inconsistencies or rules that's not being followed according to the community. Who is that? Oh, shoot. Hold on a minute, y'all. Somebody just was on the property. Hold on. Oh, what you got? Let me call. What you call it? Hold on, y'all. All right, sorry about that. Somebody actually just drove off the property, and nobody should be hunting over there. So I'm trying to figure out. I'd be like a doggone hawk. Look like we're gonna put some cameras over there. That's all right. I'll get them up by the weekend. Anyway, she said I didn't know about it until I looked at your short. Then I said, let me go check it out. It was very disheartening. And did you have the same? Someone said you look just like your daddy, Caiden. Cover your mouth, boy. Cover your mouth. Thank her. Look what she's doing. She is becoming to be bad. That's not good. Move those trees. Move those trees over here. What did you think about it when you saw it? Was it just me? Did I have the wrong? So the cat trying to get cat treats. Was it just me, or did I have the right interpretation behind that whole thing, or did I overreact? I know I didn't, but maybe I did. I like to get other people's perspective. I should have let my sister see it. There she go. Danielle. So let me ask you a question, Danielle. Because you have an autistic granddaughter, right? I was just talking about you, girl. Your granddaughter's autistic. Now, you know sometimes Kay have fits, right? How would you feel if Kay was in her fit and I will hit record, and I'm laughing in the background as Kay have her fit. How would that make you feel, you being a parent? She back over there, get her. Me either. How would that make you feel? Knowing that Kay is having a fit and I'm sitting there, because I've been around where she's had fits, and I tell you, I'm not going to record her, but what if I did? What if I recorded her? And then I'm laughing in the background as she's having one of her fits. How would that make you feel? You probably would go clean off on me. That's probably what you do. And you probably trying to, she's very upset. I just said, see, I told you. Very upset, and I will go off on you. Yes, I know you would. I knew you was going to say that. She claims him. Listen, I'm going to tell you something. One thing that I know, and I don't know everything about autism and autistic kids. I don't. But what I've learned from my sister and from my niece is when her routine changes, environment changes. If, like, for instance, like Kate goes to therapy, I think twice a week she goes to therapy, right? And so my sister started this thing. When she go to therapy, after therapy, they go by Burger King and get chicken nuggets, right? Like clockwork. But one particular time, my sister could not go by Burger King. I can't remember why she couldn't. But Kay knew when she got out of therapy, she was supposed to go get her chicken nuggets and french fries. And my sister didn't do it. She cut a fit. When I tell you it was a fit, couldn't nothing stop her from being upset. And it's because when you tell, and that goes for any children, really, if you tell a child you're going to do something for them, especially when they're small, they don't understand and they want what they want. Well, see, autism is not that they are mentally retarded, because they're not. It's just, they're just delayed a little bit. They're just delayed. And like everything is not firing off in their brain the way it's supposed to be firing off. But baby, they are not retarded and dumb by no means. Highly intelligent. And each autistic child has something a little different than what the next may have. Think about a blind person. When they're blind, right? They can't see with their eyes, but they tend to see with their hearing and the touch, and they can feel vibrations. So it intensifies other senses. It's the same things with autism. Oh shoot, this is my husband, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Hey, babe, I'm live. I got you on speakerphone.
Oh, what time is it?
Well, get on live then. Right. She said there is a reason why they have those outbursts. Yes, there's a reason. She said she lets that child have his way too much. You gotta, when I tell you, you have to, just like any other child, you have to have structure and discipline. You do. Like with my niece, I don't have to spank her. I never have to spank her. For what? Why do I have to spank her? I already have it. Like, she already know TT don't play. And I tell her, Kay, why are you acting like that? Kay, why are you acting like that? Now, you know you're not supposed to be acting like that. Cut that out. And she'll stop. Whatever it is, she'll stop. But that's only because my sister has been working with her since birth. She knew right away that something was wrong. So my sister has been working with her. She's had her in therapy. And look, check this out. Shout out to Kay. I just want to, Kay, if you're listening right now, TT is so proud of you. You guys, she went to the restroom in the pot yesterday. When I tell you, anybody who has autistic kids, you know how important and how major that is. That's major. I'm so proud of you, girlfriend. You can do it. You can do anything you set your mind to do. Isn't that right, Caden? You can do anything you put your mind to. That's right. And Kay can do the same thing. I'm so proud of you, Caitlin. All right, she said, if you notice, he never raised his hand to hit his dad. Child, they know. They know who but like I said, with every child, they know who they can get away with certain things. Like Caden, he know mama don't play that. And he know all he got to do is ask his daddy. He asked his daddy be in his hands like putty. Daddy said, hey, son. All right. She said, and she talking about watch him come. Listen, y'all, that made me so mad. That made me so mad. I said I wasn't gonna talk about that girl. And I'm not. I'm talking about the situation. But it made me so mad to see that. Oh, it made me so mad. Daddy said, hey, y'all. Hey, baby. How you doing? Miss DeVita said, good evening, Tremaine. Huh, you tell him. Tell him.
I love you, Daddy.
What's all this white stuff on your shirt? All right. He said, hi, son. All right. She can't hear you. She's getting her hair. Oh, yeah. She's getting her hair done. Her mama doing her hair, Danielle? Or she went to the shop? Danielle said, hey, y'all, Tremaine, this cat, I am sick of Keno. Oh, she see those little stink bugs. That's what it is, and it's driving her crazy. She see them stink bugs. That's what it is. I'm sorry. See, I'm not the smart one. I'm not. She sees me. Hold on. Can I turn this where y'all can see it? Y'all see what I'm talking about? There she go. She's not that's Keno. And she is not allowed to go in the house. So anybody that eat food from my house, don't worry about it. She don't even go in the house. She stay on this side, downstairs. She is not allowed outside. Anyway. He said, oh, that's good. Davita laughing. Y'all, Davita is a part of the family. Davita is she auntie. Cause you ain't old enough to be my mama, Davita, but you old enough to be my TT. That's TT. That's Auntie Davita. That's what I'm gonna call you, Auntie Davita. That's Auntie. She a part of the family, y'all. I love Davita. She's a sweet lady, very sweet lady. Yesterday was her birthday, baby. It was her birthday yesterday. She said, "Let your husband know about someone on the property." Oh yeah, baby, call. Thanks, Davita. Call, hold on, let me see if she texts me back. Somebody was just on the property, Tremaine. I just text Jeanette and let her know and asked her but she didn't respond. Call Chris and let him know somebody was just on the property. They was in a pickup truck and it didn't look like that small 2-door pickup truck that we saw before. I don't know who it was. So just call Chris and find out what's going on. Y'all listen, I should have had the curtains open, but it's getting dark out here. Oh, something's not right. He said, okay. All right. So anyway, I don't know. Yeah, but Davita is my, that's my auntie. That's my auntie. She said, I love you too. Going to send you a picture to go with the name. Aww. Happy belated. She's sweet, Tremaine. She is sweet. She's the one that gives me the scripture every day for the show. So shout out to her. And I like doing this live show. I just think that if I do the live show, like even in the morning, it will just be a live show like this. I'm gonna break down the morning show into segments because I'm gonna be real with y'all. I ain't made no money this month. Like the money that I made previously is just from a combination from October until November, right? I ain't made jack. So now I see I got to do short form content because this long form is not doing anything. And I figured out that by making shorts, hook my people, right? So that gets me subscribers, but I got to give them something to watch. And most people don't want to see long form content, but I do want to engage with my subscribers. I want to engage with you all. I want to get to know you all because y'all are my extended family. Listen, we got a lot of people in our family. Listen, my first cousin, none of us are close on either side. So if you watching, I called you out. None of us are close. And we have a very large family. Like I got first cousins that are close to 70 years old. None of us are close. None of us. And it's sad. Like I really, maybe because they're older and I don't have too many first cousins on my dad's side that are my age, right? A few, but none of us are close. Probably none of them got my phone number. They can't call me. I can't tell you when the last family reunion was. My aunt Linda actually passed away several years back, and that was the end of all the great family reunions. And all my dad's siblings, except for one, they're dead. But all my aunts and uncles, children, like they still alive, but they live on the other side of the world. But none of us are close. So I have to create my own family. Just because we're blood does not mean, we're family. You got to create your own village. And that's what Kimmies World is to me. I'm creating my own village. Like Davita, she my auntie. I only have one auntie, and that's on my mom's side. And I didn't grow up around her, but I'm closer to her probably than anybody, but her children, we're not close. Like, it's so sad. And I know my family is not the only one. Shout out to my husband's family because they got a close family. And they got a pretty large family. Shout out to them. My husband is very blessed. Very blessed. He still has his grandmother and grandfather. They're in their mid 80s, close to 90. And they're great. My husband lost his mother last Christmas. So this Christmas is going to be pretty hard, but he has a very big family. He said, I just sent it. Took that. Oh, she sent a picture. You know what, Davita? I'm going to send you a picture of Caiden. Caiden, go get them pictures off the table. Your school pictures? And we supposed to take some family pictures for Christmas. My whole family. She's bad. Just leave her alone. She just bad. That cat, I don't know what she got going on, but she gonna be outside. But we're gonna take some pictures here at the house for Christmas, and I'm gonna send you a picture. I'm gonna get it blown up, and I'm gonna send you a picture of Caiden and our family. Yep. Child, I love adopted family. I do. Caiden, go up there and get those pictures. Caiden, go get those pictures off the table. They're on the table. So, but who else has family like that they're not close with besides my husband? My husband close to his cousins call him all the time. I'd be kind of jealous. Like, dang, I ain't got no cousins that call me. Shoot, when he out there on the road, his first cousin, second cousin, like, man, I can't go nowhere in the town where we live. I can't go anywhere without seeing my husband's family. Y'all look at Caiden pictures. Let me see. This is school pictures. That's his school pictures. Oh. That's cute. I'm going to send you one of these pictures, Davita. I'm definitely going to send you. That's Auntie Davita, okay? You should only need one, but I'll let you paint something for her, okay? You can paint something for her like you're gonna do. Um, she said, I know Smith's from Rock Hill, South Carolina. Listen, they probably related to my husband some kind of way, child. Put that picture down. He related to everybody. Everybody, child. The Ruffs, the Smiths, oh child, the Fosters. He related to everybody, honey. So if you know any Ruffs, they related to my husband. But my family, on the other hand, we ain't close. I know I'm not the only family that's not like that. Now, my siblings, we are very close. My brother, my sister, my other sister, Sylvia. Like, I don't talk to Sylvia a lot, but I talk to her on text or whatever. And I talk to her through here or whatever. And that's a whole nother conversation, child. We got to talk about that another time. That's Sylvia's story to tell. But, what? Hush, boy. She said, I know Foster's in North Carolina. Oh, Allison. He does, Allison. Thank you so much. Listen, he going to school tomorrow, y'all. You going to school? Yes, you are. Oh, he going to school. No, you hadn't had any diarrhea and no fever. So the school system here, they make the children, you have to be fever free for 24 hours. And if you've had diarrhea, you got to be diarrhea free for 24 hours. So Caden had a bout of diarrhea early this morning. Baby, hopefully we make it by tomorrow. He going to school. He got to go. I'm used to having my freedom. As far as being able to be down here and do my work. Like, I hadn't even started working on my t-shirts yet. So she said same here also. Yeah. So Miss Allison, how's everything with you? We were talking about family, and I was talking about how the community over here in Kimmies World, y'all are like an extended part of my family. I'm not close to my now my immediate family, yes, but we're small. I have one brother and two sisters. And then that's about it. I have nieces and nephews, but shoot, Caden's the oldest out of all of them. Now, I do have two nieces, and they're in their late 20s. But as far as everything else, our family is fairly small. And hold on, baby, hold on. Stop now. You don't interrupt mommy when she's talking. But as far as like my first cousins and stuff, my aunts and uncles, we are not close at all. At all, y'all. We're not close. And I hate that. So Kimmies World is an extension. You have two brothers. Oh, I forgot about Steve. I'm sorry. Steve, if you watching, I'm sorry. You don't ever be on a call, so I'm sorry. That's my brother that's close to me. He was adopted, but actually he was here before me. My parents adopted him, and then my mama got pregnant with me later. So I'm the baby too, Allison. Can you tell? I'm the baby too. My sister Danielle is actually the oldest of our family, and then it's my brother, and then it's my other brother, and then me, and then Sylvia's the oldest out of all of us. Sylvia's actually, how old is Sylvia? She's 57. Sylvia's 57. She's the oldest. So, but that's the gist of my family. And, so Kimmies World is actually an extension of my family. I love y'all. I do. And I miss y'all when y'all not here. She said, don't keep me straight. I ain't studying Danielle. Danielle ain't gonna do nothing. Danielle is short. Okay. Danielle's what, 5'4"? I'm 5'9". What's she gonna do? Danielle ain't gonna do nothing. Let me tell y'all a little funny story with me and Danielle. So y'all know my dad's a preacher, right? So when we lived in Dayton, Ohio, shout out to everybody from Dayton. When we lived in Dayton, my dad, he used to, she said now she close to her. You ain't close to your cousins. Anyway, let's get back to Danielle keep me straight. She ain't keeping us straight. So anyway, Danielle was always a little bully, right? She always bullied me. So, let me go back to when we lived in Florida. When we was little and we lived in Florida, my mama used to always make Danielle be in charge of us, right? Over all of us. And because my mom used to work third shift at the hospital. So during the day, she'd be asleep. So, during the summertime in Florida, you know, back then, kids pretty much played outside all the time. It wasn't going in the house with no TV. We was outside, baby. So, on the property where we live, you know, my daddy country. So he made an outhouse. It wasn't no outhouse on the property prior to, but he made one because he country like that. So anyway, he had an outhouse out there. We had horses and everything. I think we had two horses, Frosty and Cookie. Okay. So, and then we had a picnic table outside too. Danielle really didn't know how to ride no horse. Let's talk about that. She didn't know how to ride no horse. She just wanted to showboat. So I was little. I probably might have been in the second grade. I was like in either first or second grade, okay? So in the summertime, my mom would tell us, you know, she would tell Danielle, you in charge, pretty much. Let me sleep. So Danielle was in charge of washing, folding up clothes, cooking for us, watching us, whatever, okay? So Danielle, when my mama would get home, she would tell us, y'all get out the house. So we would have to be in Florida heat. Anybody from Florida know, y'all know it's hot in Florida. And we lived in the suburbs of Clearwater, Florida. It's Safety Harbor, Florida, right? So that cat is possessed. She's possessed. Something is wrong with her. So anyway, Danielle would send us outside. We'd be outside all day long. It was hot. And she would be in the house watching Young and the Restless, Guiding Light, As the World Turns. Y'all know them shows. She'd be in the house watching all that while in the air condition while we outside burning up. And we would knock on the door like, can we come in and use the bathroom? And she'd be like, nope. Go out there and use the outhouse. Can we have a drink of water? Nope. Use the water hose. That's Danielle. That's what she used to do. So when my dad would have to go on gospel meetings, like have to preach or whatever, they would go out of town. So it was a lady at the church. Her name was Sister Green. She was so sweet. She would come at night to keep us. But during the day, we'd be home by ourselves. But my sister, she was like in high school. So she was able to keep us all. And my brother was in high school too. And so, time my parents would leave the house, child. We would break out in fights, y'all. When I say fight, we break out in fights. It would be, how would it be? Me and my younger brother against my older brother and my sister. And y'all, we'd be in that house like fighting like cats and dogs. Time they get in the car and go up the driveway, we'd be in there fighting, child. So Danielle, as we got older, me and Danielle continued to fight. She would get mad at me because I wanted to wear her clothes. Okay, mind you, my sister is like all of 5'4". I'm tall. Okay, I'm 5'9". I'm tall like my daddy. And so my big old feet was trying to get in her little old bitty shoes. And I would shoot. So when we moved from Florida up north, my sister was, she was in high school. I was in, elementary, maybe middle school. And child, I was trying to wear her clothes. And what I would do is I would go in her room, get her clothes, put it in my book bag, and change on the bus. And when I would get home, what I would do is I go to the outhouse. Well, not the outhouse, but the shed in the back of the house. And I would put back on my clothes and put her clothes back in my book bag and try to hang it up like I never wore it. So me and my sister had a rivalry going on, right? So on Wednesday nights, my dad would always tell my sister, take him home, because Danielle had her own car. And she'd be like, I don't want her in my car. She couldn't stand me, y'all. She'd be like, I don't want her in my car. And I'm riding your car. I sure am. And I was that younger sister that just pesty. That was me. Now we get in that car we wouldn't be off the church premises. We'd be in the car, y'all. I'm talking about fighting like cats and dogs. It'll be people running out there to the church like, they at it again, they at it again. We be out there fighting, man. I'm talking about she put me in headlocks, and she got the best of me because she was bigger than me. I was just, I was young, but child, she was tearing me up, and that went on up until like my 20s. We fought all the time, but now ain't nothing Danielle can do, child. Danielle ain't running nothing but her mouth. No, my mother wasn't a nurse. She was actually, I guess she was the intake person at the emergency room. But when we lived up north, she was actually an administrative assistant. I think that's what she was. And she worked at I ain't gonna tell where she worked. That's getting too much in the business. Kendrick, hey. All right, Allison said, but when we see each other, everything is cool. I have 25 first cousins on my mom's side, 4 on my father's side, but never seen them. Wow. So, what? When I get ready to get off. See, that's the point of you going to school every day. Don't interrupt. Baby, don't get on that. I'll get off in a minute. You can go in there and watch TV. Okay, well, just sit here and be quiet. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, my cousins are, I guess, around my sister's age or older. So of course I'm not close with them because they're like my mama. Shoot, they older. My first cousins are old enough to be my mother. Like and none of them call me. None of them. And then I think I have one that maybe like we're close in age, but she doing her own thing. I ain't close to nobody, child. Nobody, none of my family. So if you watching this, hey, call me. Lynetta said, hi, Kimmy. Hey. She said, I was raised with the outhouse, really? Y'all, I could tell y'all so many stories of my daddy and us growing up. I wouldn't trade it for nothing in the world. I love my childhood. It was good. It was really good. I can remember a time when we had these 2 horses. They were Frosty and Cookie, right? So Danielle, like I said, we always had our battle. When we lived in Florida, Danielle want to say she knew how to ride horses, but she didn't. She didn't know how to ride no horse, not for real. Me and my brother, Darren and Steve, we would ride bareback, child. We would get on there. All we need was the horse reins, and sometimes we wouldn't even have that. My dad had the horses trained so well, all you had to do is grab a hold to the horse's mane. Child, we'd be going in the wind, riding, buddy. But anyway, my sister friends that came over to the house, and she wanted to show out. Like she knew what she was doing. She could ride horses. And so one of our chores was getting the manure out of the horse pen, right? It was a pretty big horse pen. And so at that point, we had so the way we would get the manure is we would gather it up in piles. Like anybody who had horses, y'all probably did the same thing. But we would gather it up in piles, and then we'd go through with our wheelbarrow, putting the manure in the wheelbarrow, and then getting rid of it. And I believe the way we did it was we put it in one big pile. If I'm not mistaken, Danielle, let me know if I'm wrong, but I think we would set it on fire. For some reason, that's in my memory. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But anyway, Danielle had some friends at the house. She wanted to let them know she could ride horses. And one of the little boys, I think she liked one of them. I think his name was Curtis. She liked him. And so me and my brother that's close to me, Steve, we was sitting back, we was sitting there talking about like, look at her. She don't even know what she doing. We be talking in the background, whatever. And Danielle got on that horse. I can't remember which horse it was. She got on one of them horses, and that horse bucked, and she fell off into the manure. Child, we hollered so loud. Oh, child, that was just the best day ever. To know Danielle had fell into a pile of manure in front of a guy she liked. Child, we laughed so hard. Oh, I had so much fun that day. Yeah, that's what happened to TT. But y'all, I'm talking about, I had a great childhood, like family trips. Every year we would go somewhere, whether it was going to the Grand Canyon or Disney World, Busch Gardens, Silver Springs. For those of y'all who are from Florida, oh shoot, Kings Island. We went somewhere for a family trip, and it's like, we were not rich by no means. Like, I could remember wearing knockoff shoes in the day. What do you mean, where do we go? Papa used to take us everywhere as kids. We traveled everywhere. Papa always... Disney World, not Disneyland. He took us to Disney World. He sure did. When I was little. Went several times to Disney World. But I hadn't been back. I'm going to take you one day. Mama got to make a lot of money. Mama and Daddy got to make... Disney World's expensive. Although I do get a discount. It's expensive. It's very expensive. Anyway, she said, I used to love to drink out this bigot. What is that? Are you talking about the whole pipe? Hold on, I gotta Google that, child. I don't know what that means. Caiden, go get your thermometer real quick. Go grab that thermometer. What? No, you're not warm. Okay. What's this?
That's
What
good.
is this spigot?
That's good amount.
What is that, Davida? I don't know what that is. A small peg or plug, especially for... What is a spigot? Something resembling, especially a device used to control the flow of liquid from something such as a barrel. Wow, I didn't know that. Huh. Well, I used to drink out the hose pipe, and that water was good, cold, and crisp. It was so good. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it now, though. Oh, Katie, you're on my leg. Can't hurt mommy knee, please. I can't take it. Ooh, my knee just popped. All right, she said, I'll try this out with my sister. Oh, she said, oh, keep talking. They call me. Well, honey, they don't call me. They don't call me, but you are close in age with them, because when they were teenagers, I was a baby. They were like in their 20s and I was a baby. Like, some of our first cousin children are my age. Or yeah, children like Fat Man is my age. Hey, Fat Man, but he's my age, and his mama my first cousin. Like, she said, me too. I feel sorry for kid. Very sorry for kid. Childhood was fun back in the day, y'all. Listen, I remember when I lived in Dayton, I started my own lawn service. Me and my cousin Rodney. Shout out to Rodney. Me and my cousin Rodney one summer, because this is when the time your parents didn't give you no money for real. And if you wanted something extra, child, you better get out there and get it for real. But this was a time when me and my cousin Rodney actually went into lawn serving business together. I think was it called K&R or R&K lawn service. And we made up flyers, y'all. This is crazy. I was just a little bitty kid, and we made up flyers. And we went through our neighborhood and we passed out flyers, and we had a push mower, and people would let us cut their grass, and we would go through and we would cut people's grass, push the front, the back, or whatever. And then in the fall, you would go through and you will find out people who needed their yards raked. Yeah, this is the time when kids actually did the thing for real. This is the time when neighborhoods had sidewalks. See, I live in the South. They ain't got no sidewalks. But during the fall, you would go through and you would rake people leaves. And in the winter, you would go through and you ask people, do you need your driveway shoveled for snow? Like, this is and I made so much extra money. And then when it came, and I couldn't wait till I could actually go get a job. I remember at 15, I was like, I want to go get a job. Like, I want my own money. And then when I turned 16, I ain't have to have no workers permit. I go ahead and give me a job. And my first job was McDonald's. And I was so proud of my job. So proud. He ain't looking at me.
You made the best food.
He said, I love pro kids. You talking about those shoes, cats? Girl, I love the cats now. But my favorite shoe back in the day was K-Swiss. Baby, I love them K-Swiss. And don't let me get a hold to them K-Swiss classics. That was a shoe. Bump Jordans and all that up. I wore K-Swiss in every month. Because this was, y'all listen. If my K-Swiss came apart, because I think these shoes was about $60-something back then. That was a lot of money. It might have been $60-something. Hold on, let me Google how much K-Swiss used to cost back in the day. How much did K-Swiss cost in the 90s? How much was K-Swiss shoes in the 90s? Okay, hold on. Let's see. Does anybody know how much the K-Swiss classics were? What was the price? How much did K-Swiss sell for? Y'all, for some reason, I think they were like $55 or $60. If I'm right. K-Swiss, I'm gonna throw back. I cannot think. How much was those shoes? I don't know. Does anybody know how much those K-Swiss used to go for in the 90s? Kimmy, do you know what a pump is? No, I don't. I know what a hose pipe is. She said, I'm an OG. I never heard of them. You never heard of K-Swiss classics?
No.
What? Hush, Caiden. But you had to attach that hose pipe. I've never heard of it. I guess it would be called a spigot. I never heard of that. She said, where do you put that? Okay, I'm late in the comments, y'all. I'm so late. So late. Does anybody remember how much the K-Swiss classics cost in the 90s? Please tell me. I'm an OG. I know what the K-Swiss are. Did you have the... Yes, girl. I had the white ones. Yes. I had them. But listen, let me tell y'all. So back in the day, stores stood by their shoes. And so, like in the K-Swiss, if y'all remember what the K-Swiss looked like, if I had a little string to come loose on my K-Swiss, I would take them back. Me and mama, because I would always keep my receipt and I would make sure my shoes stay white. But I wanted to have new shoes every month. So if I saw that little string come out of that K-Swiss shoe, baby, I took them back. And I got a brand new shoe. I did that so many times. My mama was like, girl, you ain't got no sense. I want a pair of new shoes. And they supposed to stand by their shoes. But I used to take them mugs back. Every month I had a new pair of K-Swiss classics. Yes. That was the shoe, y'all. And then I remember like growing up, like I used to want, like when I got to high school, I used to want to have some Guess jeans, right? And so my parents weren't going to spend that money on me getting no Guess jeans. No, they rather buy food and stuff like that. Make sure we live in a nice home and things. And I have what I need as a kid. But as a kid, you know, I wanted with everybody else. I couldn't understand. All my friends had Guess jeans, and then on the first day of school, maybe it's just me, but that first month of school, I had my friends, they wouldn't even repeat the same outfit. For a whole month, they wear a different outfit. And baby, I ain't had clothes like that. My clothes were nice, but I didn't have clothes like that. So child, I remember that's why I be wearing my siblings' clothes to make it look like I had a bunch of clothes, child. But I had what I needed, not in excess of it. Let's see what she say. K-Swiss came out. Really? 1966? What? 19? Oh, let's see what the original K-Swiss used to look like? Child, I used to love them K-Swiss. 1966. Baby, tell me these shoes ain't clean, y'all. Hold on, where it go? And they got them on. Tell me these shoes ain't clean. Y'all, that was my shoe. That was my... Caidens, sit down, baby, and quit making noise. That shoe cost, right now, that shoe is $69.99. So, unless I'm wrong, maybe they was $35. I don't know. But for some reason, I think they was $55 or $60 in the 90s. I might be wrong. She said, I'm OG. Okay. All right. So what do y'all remember so special about your childhood? We got 9 people tuning in right now. I don't know if it's just from YouTube, whether it's on Facebook. What do y'all remember about your childhood the most? Like whether it's candy that you remember. I remember what do you call that candy? It was like in a cone shape, and it was red, white, and blue. And at the bottom of the candy, it was like wax. That was my favorite candy. I love that candy. I didn't get it a lot, but honey, I love that candy. And another thing I loved is when I was going to school in the morning in Dayton, Ohio, I would stop by this laundromat and I would get me a cup of hot chocolate. So my daddy would give us allowance. I would get $20 every 2 weeks. But me, child, I be done spent all my $20 in one day. And the rest of the days, I ain't got no money. I ain't got no money for snacks. I ain't got no money for nothing. I be done spent up all my money, whether it was buying pickles at the concession stand at school. Cause this is when the school used to sell stuff, y'all. I used to spend up all my money on at the little concession stand. She said they were in Budget Shoe. Remember that store, Budget Shoe? The old Johnny Cookie. Oh, I never heard of that. My mom might remember that. The old Johnny Cookie. Never heard of that one. A Tab soda with peanut thinning with cheese. Really? Oh, wow. Listen, let me tell y'all some nasty stuff I used to eat. She said thick bologna. You sound like my husband. My husband loved that thick bologna. When I was, I probably had to be first or second grade. And, well, obviously my parents trusted me with money because I had money. But I remember stopping at this little concession stand on the way home from school, and I would stop and get me and my best friend. Her name was Darlene. Hey, Darlene. But I used to get pickled pig feet. Hold on, Caiden. I used to get pickled pig feet. I cannot believe I ate that. And sold it at this concession stand. This little stand we would stop at. I would get me a thing of pickled pig feet, and y'all, I hadn't seen pickled pig feet in years, and I think I stopped somewhere here this year, and I saw almost gagged. Like, I ate that? That is gross. It looked like they're chomping and eating on, but it was good back then, child. It really was. She said, oh my God, Tam. She said, welfare. Talking about welfare stuff. Oh, hold up. It was a lady from church. Remember back in the day? The cheese, y'all. Oh my God. That cheese used to make the best grilled cheese. She used to give my daddy like cheese and stuff. Probably, I think powdered eggs, probably powdered milk too. Cause you know, my daddy had a lot of kids. It was 4 of us, and then we had foster kids too. So if you were a foster kid, there's this little boy. I don't know his name. I even called the foster care program in Dayton, Ohio, and they could not release any information. His name was Chris. I do not remember his last name. I don't even have pictures of him. The little boy, he would have been probably I was a mid-teenager. Chris, if you are watching this and you remember me being your foster sister, please shoot me an email. I have been looking for you for years. I don't know your last name, but I would love to see where in life you are, because you will be in your 30s by now. I would love to see what actually happened with you. And I'm really about to cry because I love little Chris. He was a sweet little boy. When my parents actually got him, I'm not kind of going over to a whole nother subject. I'm gonna come back to this pickle pig feast. I see y'all comments. But when my parents got him, and if you remember Chris, he was a Caucasian little boy, and the night he actually came to our house, he was jaundiced. And I'm not going to go into all the types of details around him, but I remember, I'm about to cry. I remember the first night he came to our house, and my mom had given him a bath, and he didn't have any clothes. They just brought him to our house with just clothes on his back. And, hold on, y'all. No, mommy about to cry. Because this is why I don't like children being taken advantage of. I've seen a lot of kids that's been taken advantage of. So anyway, he came to our house. His skin was yellow. And he was a Caucasian little boy. He had to be 2 years old. Might have been 1 going on 2. But he was jaundiced. And I remember how scared he was. And my mom had given him a bath. And they had put a white t-shirt on him. I can't even remember where my sister was. She probably was off doing her own thing. She probably had her own apartment. But he came to our house, and my mom gave him a bath, and she put him on a white t-shirt. And I remember, for some reason, I think he had a diaper on. And I remember I held him all night. He slept in the bed with me, and I held him all night. And I felt so bad for Chris. And he stayed with my mom and dad so long, he began to call my mom and dad. And that's how long he stayed with them. And he was my little brother. And after my parents had him for a really long time, he went back into the same environment that he came out of. During then, the foster care system was built to reunite mother and child, reunite families. So they had rehabilitated, I guess, his mother, and he actually went back into the situation. But what I remember surrounding the situation was, I believe his mother put him in the oven. But I always I've searched high and low for Chris. I don't know where Chris is. I wish I remember his last name. I don't. Chris, if you are looking for us, my mom doesn't have any paperwork from then. None. I see your comment, Allison. But if you are looking for a family from Dayton, Ohio, who brought you into their home when you was a child, please contact us. I would love to see what happened to you. All right. So we got to move on because I'm about to cry. And this is one reason why I do not like little children being taken advantage of. This is one reason. Because my parents had helped so many kids when I was growing up. I saw so many kids that were abused and misused. And I saw this as a kid, And, we take things for granted, we as human beings take a lot of things for granted. But it's a lot of children out there that are not in good environments. Oh, Jesus. And I have seen this firsthand. I've seen little children come when I was growing up, be jaundiced, and hear the stories surrounding how they got into the foster care system. And it touched my heart. So when I see people like the person I talked about this morning, and I created a short, this is why it touches me so much, because I've seen abused children. And I see what it does to them, and I see what it does to families. And those type people do not need children. They don't. No reason why you should be making fun of a child. No reason. Especially when they have disabilities. No reason. So anyway, let me go on because I can't talk about subjects about children being abused. I just can't. Hush now. Hush, baby. The meat. Oh, wait a minute now. You sound like my husband, Davita. Hold up now. She said that meat in the can was good with rice. What? Is that potted meat? Oh my goodness. My husband loved that stuff. Gross. I can't do that. Shh. Be quiet. Okay. Ravonda Hargreave. Hey, girl, how you doing? She said, I get a pickle pig feet every time I go to my hometown in Mississippi. Do it. Like, when I see that feet and you see them feet like that, I can't even imagine. I chewed on that pickle pig feet. I can't, like, child, a hot mess. She said, I'm a country girl raised on a farm. Really? I was raised on a farm. Wow. I love pickle pig feet. They leave your lips looking crazy. I have barbecue. What? Oh, you listen. You are definitely related to my husband. You are definitely family. My husband will put anything on the grill. Anything. Allison said, doesn't your mom have his last? She doesn't. I like, oh my goodness. Hey then, please. I don't know why my mom. We lived in so many different places, and it's so crazy that my mama would not have the information because she keeps such good records. But she didn't keep that. I guess she felt like, you know, since they were out of the foster care system, they didn't need that information anymore. So, yeah. So, if anybody remember, hold on, I got a thing. For anybody that is from Dayton, Ohio, and y'all went to church with us, y'all know who we are. Y'all remember little Chris. Y'all like, my parents had him over a year. He stayed with us. If y'all have any pictures of little Chris, I have no photos of him. He was the cutest little boy. If y'all have any pictures of him, all I need is a photo. If I had a photo, I could put it on my social. I could try to find him. I could give it to an investigator to try to find him. And they could re-image the photo to show what he would look like now. But I have nothing. I can't. The only memory that I have two memories of him from back then. The first night he came to stay with us. And when he came in my room, and I think I cried that night with him knowing what had happened to him. And I was just probably 12 years old. I was just a little kid. And then I remember him sitting at the kitchen table with us calling my mama, mama. I remember that. And I have another memory of my dad actually buying him a suit and my daddy and Chris looking like my daddy. I remember that. So absolutely disgusting. So when y'all see me post a video about talking about children, y'all hear the passion in my voice, you can understand why. My parents had a love for helping people and especially helping children. And like my brother, he was adopted and my parents took him in, you know, and my parents have done that, helping children over the years. Look at my parents now. Like my dad is 78 and they're raising their great grandson. Carter is what? How old is Carter? 2? And they've had Carter since he was a year old. And, you know, I can't stand for a kid to be mistreated. So shame on you supporters out there who are supporting this girl laughing at her child. Shame on you. And I try to report that video too. I really did. So anyway, So what was another like thing that you remember so much about your childhood? Like, what was another thing y'all remember about your childhood? I could remember sitting around a table every night. This is not like something just on Sundays. Every night having dinner with my family. Every night. There was no cell phones. TV wasn't on. We actually sat down and had a dinner as a family. And we talked about how our day went. Every day. And we had table manners, and we would sit there. Our elbows wasn't on the table. We didn't lick our fingers. Mama would tear us up. And we practiced. Can you pass me the green beans? Can you pass me the cornbread? And you sat there and you ate your food until your plate was clean. And I was always the last one sitting at the table because I didn't want to eat my food. That was me. And my brother Steve, he would always be like, I'll eat your food, sis. Just rake it over here. Or I would get slick and get a napkin and rake the food in my napkin, go to the toilet and put it in the toilet. Because I didn't want it. I didn't like all the green beans and stuff. I didn't want that. And your Papa will make me eat, Caden. Oh, she said a potbelly stove. Wow. That is really old school. That's like, wow. A potbelly stove. Is that like a wood burn stove? Wow. She said a potbelly stove. She said we did too, except on Saturday, and having pizza and soda was a huge deal. The only day we didn't eat at the table, well, on Friday nights was actually pizza night. And we would either have pizza or hamburgers. Mama, and it wouldn't be pizza from Pizza Hut, child. My daddy would make homemade pizza. My mama and daddy would make homemade pizza. And that was the best pizza you ever want to eat. But we would sit around on Friday nights and play games like Monopoly, Uno, Life. But baby, oh Lord, that was just like playing spades in our house. Baby, Uno was the game. You don't know what Uno is? Well, mama gonna teach you how to play Uno, and I'm gonna beat you. But we play games. And then on Saturdays, mama would still cook. She would cook. But y'all remember, ladies, y'all remember what Saturday was? You got your hair washed, your scalp greased, and y'all know what came next. You got your hair pressed. Every Saturday, mama be pressing my hair, burning the mess out of me. Every Saturday. Oh, this is my husband. Hold on, y'all. Hey, babe, I'm live still.
I'm not sweet.
All right, I love you. I'll call you when I get off, okay? All right, bye-bye. Yeah, and clean up. Oh, Saturday mornings, y'all. Please let me know if this was y'all. On Saturday mornings, my daddy would have a bucket of water. It was what, water and bleach? Daniel, what was in that water daddy had in that bucket? I don't know. It was a bucket of something. Cleaner, some type of cleaner. And each one of us had a bucket. And we would go through the house washing baseboards and cleaning walls every Saturday. You remember that, Danielle? Mm-hmm. Yes, it is. Okay. She says Sunday dinner, fried chicken, macaroni and cheese. That's an old dish and it's still pop. Ooh, that's something my husband to cook. Ooh, my husband could cook some fried chicken. Ooh, child, daddy can cook some fried chicken, can he? And I cooked the macaroni and cornbread. Clean up. Yep, we cleaned up. And before I went to the military, for those of you all who were in the military, my daddy already had me doing police calls. Some of y'all like, what's a police call? That means you pick up paper. Everybody had their own garbage bag and we would spread out arm lengths apart, my sisters and brothers. And all of us will walk from one end of the property, to the other end of the property, picking up any trash, and we would turn around and do it again. So when I went to the military and they did police calls, I was like, oh, that's what this is? Not to mention on Saturdays, my dad will put a white glove on his hand and go through the house doing a white glove test. And don't let him find no dirt, child. You're gonna be in trouble. Didn't know the drill sergeant. So when I went to the military and they would do the white glove test, child, I already knew what that was. Daddy been doing that with me. he been doing that. He said, yes, they would burn the mess out of our ear. Ooh, child. My mama be like, oh, that ain't nothing but the heat. I'm like, no, mama, you burning me. And this stuff is popping. I love when the Jerry curl came out. We use lye soap. Wow. I don't know about that. Daniel said, yes. Not this white girl, no green. Well, honey, you just listen. Thank God for no straightening comb, honey. You do not want that memory. Matter of fact, I still got the straightening comb my mama used on us. Still got it. I'm gonna show y'all one day. I need to go on the doggone frame. You remember the milkman dropping off the bottles of milk? No, we didn't have milkman, but I heard about it. My mama told me about it. Girl, what you say? You was very lucky. You don't want to grow up in no black household. That daggum straightening comb. Ooh-wee. Sylvia probably didn't have no straightening comb because she got some curly hair. She took after my daddy, but I ain't had no curly hair. Mama used the straightening comb on my head. And I didn't want her to get the edges because she would burn me. I have to catch the replay. Hey, girl. Yes, Lord. But listen, my sister Danielle did hair. So my mom actually, because my mama didn't know how to comb hair. So that Miss Apricot talking about she don't know how to do hair. Honey, my mama didn't know how to do hair, but she made a way that my hair wasn't looking crazy. She paid somebody, a member of the church, to braid my hair every week. And I would get my hair braided either every week or every 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. And then when the Jerry curl came out, honey, I got a Jerry curl. It was dry, but I had one. And then when I got to the age where Danielle could actually start doing my hair, Danielle did my hair up until I graduated high school. Actually past then. So I got my hair laid every week. Danielle was a great beautician. Great. She, not no more. She oh, hey, Just Blaze. Hey, how you doing? I totally bypassed you, girl. How you doing? We just talking, child. We just talking. But yeah, Danielle was an amazing beautician. Sit down, Caden. Great beautician. I remember when all the little asymmetric hairstyles came out. Y'all know Danielle would always try it on me first, whether it was some color she would put on my head or whatever. I was her guinea pig. I was childhood labor. Something you try something on, like experiment. Allison, y'all hair full of grease. That's why you won't have to wash it every day. Child, some days I would. Well, no, I love my black, but child, I don't love them straightening combs. She said, "Hey, Danielle. Good evening, Simply Travel." Yeah, Simply Travel got curly hair. She the only one that took after my daddy. My daddy got very fine, curly, very beautiful. Well, he balding now and it's thin, but back in the day, my daddy had curly hair like a Jerry curl. And the only two people that I know have taken after him is Sylvia and Carson. That's it. All of us, the rest of us don't. I have a grade of curly, but it ain't that. All right. She said, "Hey, Miss DeVita." Caden. She said, "When my mom got older, she had dementia. The woman that was with her was from the island, and every time I would go to the house, it looked like her hair was greased down." It was, girl. It was greased to the gods. I know it was. You gotta have some, as being black, like African American, you gotta have oil in your hair. Like my hair is dry. My hair is so dry. She said, "I'm sorry." No, girl, this is Kimmies World, girl. You in the right room. Listen, I just did an impromptu live. I actually started out talking about Tamar Braxton, and then we moved into talking about a content creator, and then we just started talking about growing up. So what was the thing that you liked the most, Just Blaze? Like when you were growing up, what was the candy that you liked? Or what was a childhood memory that you really can remember? She laughing. She laughing. I'm a man. Oh, okay. I'm a man, Just Blaze. Hey, I'm sorry. Hey, bro. So what childhood memory? It's good to have men in here. My husband was just in here. He tired, child. So, but no, we welcome men too. We welcome men. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say, hey girl, hey. I'm so used to seeing women in the chat. But we just talking about, how when we grew up, right now we actually talking about getting our hair pressed. But what do you remember being a man, growing up? Especially with your hair. Like I'm raising I'm raising a son. I'm an older parent. I'm 47 years old. He's 6. And I cut his hair. I'm gonna cut his hair before he go to school tomorrow. Line him up real good. But I cut his hair. He was going to the barber. Listen, y'all. Boy's haircut is expensive. I ain't even gonna lie. It's expensive. I was paying $30 a week for his hair to be cut. Although his haircut didn't cost that much, I always tip our barber. But it was running me $30 a week for the haircut. Now, I hadn't brushed his hair today, but I learned how to cut hair. And so when I started this channel, there were some sacrifices I needed to make. And one of them was cutting the budget with the haircut. What I was spending on that is actually going back into Kimmies World. So I sacrificed, trust me. Because many of you all know I'm on a fixed income. So I only make so much. And the things that I bought as a parent was actually his haircuts. That was like one of my responsibilities. I pay for getting his haircut because my husband don't understand. Because my husband got good hair. He has real curly hair. So he don't have to get his hair cut every week. So I learned how to cut hair, honey. I cut, I fade, I line. And probably next year, I'm going to start letting him go back to the barber. So if the barber wondering why Caden hadn't been there, child, I ain't got the coins. I ain't got the coins to bring him. Because I know you be watching my live videos or whatever. I don't have the coins, child. Kimmies World has been taking everything. Anyway, she said, I can't do nothing with this hair but wear natural or ponytails or bright. Girl, that's a good thing. Shoot, you don't need a perm. Your hair is curly. And you can do everything, honey. Do you a twist out. You can do so many things with that hair of yours. So many things. Just Blaze said, good evening, Davita. Listen, Just Blaze, I did have a morning show that I was actually doing every day at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time, but I decided to do away with the morning show and break the show down into small segments. So if you like Black history, if you want to know whose birthday it is, just check out the channel and go through the small segments and you can see certain things. We also have morning inspiration, and that will be broken down into a segment as well. We will still continue to have this live little broadcast right here where I get to know you all get to know me. We can talk about certain current events, but it's not going to be a structured morning show as it was before. Cause child, y'all were dropping off like flies. Child, I had 2 people on the live this morning. I was like, what? Okay, he said I'm a man. Just Blaze, it's some single women in here. It's some single women. I'm not single, but it's some in here. I don't know. Keep showing up. If you're not married now, if you got a Mrs. Blaze, I'm sorry, ma'am, but it's some single women over here in Kimmies World. Some beautiful women over here. Child, you better keep coming in. You might find your wife. Anyway, he said, no apologies needed. I'm glad to be in y'all presence. All right, so am I. Okay, I grew up on pork and beans and rice with cut up hot dog. Really? That, you know what? My mama used to make that pork and beans, but we didn't have the rice. We used to have the beans and pork, the baked. Well, we call them baked beans and hot dogs. I remember that. Mm-hmm. Cream corn and rice. I never mixed the two together. Now that's new to me. Wow, that is so new to me. I've never had cream corn and rice together. That's different. Okay, I can dig it. Just blaze me too good. Really, Davina? You was right up on it too. Wow. I mean, see, my parents were from the South. Okay, my mama like chitlins or chitterlings or whatever y'all call it. She like that. Neck bones and oxtails. That's what mama like. Daddy like good eating, good country eating too. But see, we were never raised like my siblings. We were never raised like that in the South. Like I've lived in Florida. I lived in New Mexico. I've lived in Alabama. I've lived here in Mississippi. I've lived in Ohio. So we've lived everywhere, and we had a combination of all different types of cultures, right? The first time I had ever heard of spaghetti and catfish was from my aunt Laura. She had came up north. She had came to the Midwest to visit us, and my mom was cooking spaghetti, and I believe she was like, "Well, let's have some catfish." And I was like, "Catfish and spaghetti? I never had the two before. That's a different. I've had spaghetti, garlic bread, and salad. But the catfish, now that's soul food right there, I guess." He said, "I'm subscribed." Thank you for subscribing. Welcome to Kimmies World. She said, "I just ate so much rice, we were called Geechee." Wow. She said Geechee. Wow. I'm from Louisiana. Wow. So you like gumbo, right? Y'all be eating some good food. I don't eat seafood though. I can't stand seafood. That's a whole nother story, but I can't stand seafood. Now I eat catfish if somebody really, really knows how to cook it and it doesn't smell fishy, taste fishy, then I eat some catfish. He said, almost everything I ate, I had it with rice. Wow. Like Louisiana is like a whole nother world compared to the rest of the world. Like, don't y'all have your own language down there? What do they call that down there? It's Creole, right? But I don't know what the language is. Like, y'all be speaking something different. I'm trying to figure out now what I want to eat. Yes, spaghetti is my favorite. Mine too. I love spaghetti too. Jess, that's where my daughter in love is from, and I love her gumbo. I don't like seafood. I don't do gumbo, y'all. No, I love gumbo. What Allison say? I love seafood, but catfish, I had it once and never. Really? It probably wasn't cooked right. Because I'm telling you, catfish tastes like chicken if it's cooked right. Like when my husband or my dad cook catfish, man, that'd be the best fish you ever want to have. It doesn't smell fishy. It doesn't taste fishy. It's great. It's really great. Child, my daddy be putting that catfish in some buttermilk. Oh, Jesus. Lord bless it. You should have people go live with you. Creole is mostly New Orleans. Oh, okay, y'all school me. Oh. L Blizzard, hey girl. She said, "Hey Kimmy and Chad." Hey girl, hi. Allison, I love catfish. Oh, here we go. We got a hater in the building. She said, "I hate catfish." No, sir, no, man. Well, to agree with you, my husband told me catfish is one of the nastiest fish. And when he told me that, I was like, ooh, I probably shouldn't have been eating that. But it tastes good if it's cooked right. So, L Blizzard, we've been talking about some things here that was very near and dear. She said she's in, he's in Houston right now. Okay. We've been talking about some things like And I don't want to say a person's name, nor do I want to call any child out. We're just talking about subjects in general. And she said, my mom loved that mess. She said, I love catfish baked or fried. I only like it fried. I'm not a seafood eater, y'all. I'm just not. I'm not. But we were talking about the situation behind a certain, how can I put this? We were talking about situations where you have possibly disabled children and parents laughing at them because they are having fits. And that's what really sparked this whole conversation. And that was a terrible thing. And what I was saying was that in order to take a person down, and y'all can read between the lines, in order to be able to take a person down, it's going to take an army to take them down. So if I had time, like my army is still being formed, right? But there are certain content creators that already have their village, their tribe already together. Okay. And so I suggest one thing somebody could do is they need to start to create a timeline concerning certain actions that a specific person takes all the time. It's like a cycle, right? Somebody need to do that. I'm not going to do it because I become too invested, and trust me, she will go down. But I don't have time. I just don't want to do that. I got PTSD, you know. I won't do that. It wouldn't be healthy for none of us right now. But anyway, but what needs to happen is somebody needs to create a timeline on this person's actions. Like, what do they do when this happens? And then they're going to talk about this, and then they're going to move to this, and then they're going to move to this, and then this is going to happen, and then they circle right back around, and it happens all over again. That's the first thing that needs to happen. Second thing needs to happen is when this person goes live, the army needs to be in full effect. And they need to go over to that person's page, and they need to be in full effect over there. Report. Because it's going to take more than one person. And if you move like an army, you can take them down. And so, the reason why I'm saying this is because L Blizzard, I know that you can get with the likes of certain people and y'all can get this together. I can't do it. My tribe is not big enough right now. It's just me by myself, but I know y'all be moving over there and it needs to be organized. That's the only way they're going to come down. Because what I saw today, it ticked me all the way off. Hold on, y'all. Let me go ahead and speak to these people that are in the building. We got DJ Ron, the mechanic. Hey, fam. How's it going? Hey, how you doing? I'm not for sure who you are. I don't know if you related to my husband, but if you are, hey, cuz, how you doing? Shout out to all the men that are tuning into Kimmies World. I appreciate you for tuning in. Listen, if you're yet to subscribe to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Listen, we talk about everything over here. We just don't get too messy. We keep it cute and classy over here. We just don't. Y'all, this cat gotta go. But we keep it classy over here. And it's all in love. But the one thing that is so near and dear to my heart, and I want all of y'all to know that, is new to the channel, already joined. All right. Shout out to you. But what's near and dear to my heart is children. I don't like children being mistreated, and I don't like people being misled and lied to and used. You will never get that over here in Kimmies World. I'm always tell you the truth. You always gonna learn something new, and we gonna keep it classy. Because we are not the type of people over here, when you go low, we go lower. No. When you go low, we get smart. We get smart. Anyway, listen to all the men that are tuning in. I'm pretty sure some single ladies. I ain't trying to fix nobody up, but I'm married. But I'm pretty sure some single ladies in here. So y'all keep Tell your friends to come on over to Kimmies World. We got some amazing women over here. Amazing, beautiful women. Some of them married, some of them not. They said, good evening, neighbor. Hey. All right. She said, did you ever hear her talk to her followers? She has a filthy mouth. She said she likes to go. Listen, I saw that. But like I said, it's going to take an army. If you want to bring a person down, because being a content creator, you have influence on so many people, and it is not okay to see certain content creators out here panhandling, begging for money when they are in the casino gambling. Come on now. I'm not for that. L Blizzard said hit the like button is free. Y'all, we done been live for 2 hours. Like, where did you do that at? I'm gonna have to cut it short after a while. New to the channel. Okay, let me see. She said the pen is mightier than the sword. So true. I heard Turkey Hut is oh so delicious. I've never been to Turkey Hut. Never been. So, but for those of you all who follow certain YouTubers and you want to see a change, y'all, let's come together. Like I said, my tribe's not big enough now, but there are others who have a tribe and who is big enough. And another content creator started a petition and sent it out to right. And I signed a petition. I promise I did. But it's gonna take more than that. If you know you got an army behind you, y'all listen. I was in the military. I spent 4 years active duty in the United States Army. If you want something, you can get it done. You can get it done. You got to be persistent and you got to be smart. And listen, if you know someone is breaking rules, you can report them. If you have a platform and you have influence on your platform, you get your platform to stand behind you and you take them down together. One thing my dad always told me is if you follow the rules, and this goes with everything. If you follow the rules, nobody can touch you. No reason to complain. Like if somebody wanted to report my channel, if I'm following the rules, it don't matter what you do. If I'm following the rules, it doesn't matter. So that means you have to know the rules. And I believe that's why a certain content creator can do what they do, because see, they know the rules, and they know a lot of people ain't reading the rules for real. But if you know the rules and you move like an army, you come up with a plan, you can take them down. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. So anyway, Davita is speaking to everyone. Oh, Just Blake said happy birthday, Davita. It was her birthday yesterday, you guys. And we actually posted her Cash App, and I don't know how many people sent Davita a happy birthday Cash App, but that's what we're gonna do over here in Kimmies World. If you have a birthday, because y'all know I do birthdays every day, please email me your birthday. Like if you're a subscriber to this channel, email me your birthday. And when your birthday comes up, hey, I'll drop your Cash App. And whomever they can send you a Cash App. I'll send you a Cash App. I can't send everybody because y'all know YouTube ain't really paying me for real right now. But I'll do what I can, especially if you are a loyal subscriber and you're in the chat all the time. I do whatever I can to help you or to say happy birthday. But make sure you send me your birthdays, and when your birthday comes around, make sure that I will include you on the birthday shout outs. All right. She said, oh shoot, that came from me in her comments because an addiction is hard to beat. We will help her, and gambling, woo, is hustling backwards. And I think that's what really ticked me off. Another thing that really ticked me off, because like as they're asking for people to purchase these bundles and they have this green screen up in the black background, they're in a casino. They're in a casino. That's why they're in the daggone casino. Like, and it's sad, y'all. It is so sad, because if you notice, the only time they're going live now is to get people to purchase these gifts or purchase these bundles to fund their addiction. Maybe that needs to be something we talk about, is addiction. That's definitely going to be something we talk about, is addiction on this show, because it's real. And it could be addiction in any form, whether it's food. Child, I be having addiction with food. Whether it's drinking. Too much of anything is not good. Shoot, you can have too much SDX and it be like, that ain't good for you. Shoot, I got therapy for that. She said, oh, Kimmy and everyone here, you know what's one of the hardest things to get? I don't know. The patch used to strike my comments all the time. Delusional patch. I ain't commenting, but I did comment about that child, and I told her shame on her, and I could care less who came from me, because all they are to me is internet thugs. What they gonna do? Like, really, what you gonna do? Nothing. I don't care if you talk about me in the comments. I don't care. I don't care. But if you come up to me, it'll be a whole nother situation. That's why I stay in the comforts of my home, because I mean, y'all know I got post-traumatic stress disorder and I want to be calm. All right. She said, I wanted to see her buy a house. I purchased stuff I didn't need. Oh, wow. Wow. Dog. And it's so many. Wow. Wow, that's sad. And there's so many other people that have done the same thing that you have done. I remember way back in the day, maybe about a few years back, when they needed a vehicle and they were asking people to send in cash apps to help them get a vehicle. And her tribe helped her get a vehicle. Her channel did that. And now, like, they gave so much to her that it's so disheartening to see her blast subscribers for sending emails for asking for help. Like, that's hurtful. They are delusional, and I just laugh. Kimmies World, I got you. Share it out, fam. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Kimmy, those trolls strike me on reactor channels. I don't watch or support. I don't either. I don't either. Listen. I guess what's so scary about it is the people that follow this particular person is actually just like her. And just think, you got thousands of that person. That's scary. Like, what is our world coming to? I believe in supporting my people too. I do. I believe in giving back to my people. Y'all know that. Y'all know Kimmies World. Y'all, all them giveaways we had. Shoot, for those of you all who are just subscribing to the channel, like, I used to do giveaways every week. Every week I did a giveaway. I don't mind giving back. I just had to cut it because it was getting too expensive. But I don't mind. And I thought about it. I said, if I made a minimum of $20,000, how come I couldn't help my subscribers? If I got an email from someone who said they needed money to purchase food, how come I couldn't just Cash App them? It's more blessed to give than receive. There's so many times that I gave to somebody not wanting anything in return, and either by the end of the day or the next week or whenever, shoot, it doubled. And I wasn't even expecting it. And it's like, wow. The Bible is right. It is more blessed to give than receive. Y'all, I am going to wrap this up. I don't think I've ever been on live this long for 2 hours. I got to get Caden ready to go to school tomorrow. He feels better. Here, come here, too. He feels better and he is going to school. He has been sick since Sunday. Oh, you going to school? I'm getting ready to go back here and cut his hair. So when y'all see his picture tomorrow, y'all gonna be like, oh, she really can cut hair. I'm about to go back here and cut his hair, get him ready, put his do-rag on and get him ready for school tomorrow. She said yes, but we have to use our discernment though. Of course. Very nice meeting you, Jess Blaze. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. There will be different videos dropped on tomorrow. Is
I say I love you, Vita.
Oh, you say what now?
I love you, Vita.
Mr. Vita.
Mr. Vita.
Oh, that's so sweet. He is so sweet. Tell TT you love her. So I love you, TT. Both of you. So I love you, TT.
I love you, TT. I say you better not be bad.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you to all the men that actually tune in. To who's that? DJ Ron the Mechanic. Shout out to you, Jess Blaze. There's been several people that tune in who had never tuned in to Kimmies World. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. I would say 8 a.m. Central Standard Time, but I'll be dropping videos all day tomorrow. The first video that we're going to drop is actually going to be the morning inspiration. And that's one thing we do here in Kimmies World. We're going to do a morning's inspiration every single day. We'll have a scripture, and then I usually will have my dad. My dad is a preacher, and I usually have him say a few words, but he been off his job, child. So I did the morning inspiration this morning. I'm probably going to do it again tomorrow.
Papa,
TT Sylvia said, looking good, Caden. He says, same to you, Jess. All right. Oh, she said, I love you more, Caden. That's so sweet. Sending hugs to Gaten. I'm happy. Oh, TT Sylvia says she happy you feeling better. Y'all, look, this is why it's time for him to go to school. Look at this. Show him what you've been over here doing. Sitting right next to me using a marker, marking up his hands. It's definitely time for him to go to school. Tomorrow, he got to leave the house. Have a great evening, everyone. Yeah, y'all have a great evening. Thanks for tuning in to Kimmies World. We're going to do this every single day so I can get to know my subscribers. Shout out to Facebook for tuning in. I got several likes over there. I didn't see anybody comment, but we'll do this again tomorrow. We'll probably go live later in the afternoon so I can pick up people that are actually getting off work. So y'all have a great evening. I know many of y'all getting ready to go to Wednesday night Bible class. Y'all have a great evening. I will talk to y'all tomorrow.
I hate it.
Thank you for subscribing. Thank you.
'Cause you're just that subscriber.
Like and subscribe.